thought. When I opened my eye, I was inside a novel. The birth of the hero. The Birth of a Hero was a novel focused on the adventure of the main character Choi Han, a high school boy who was transported to a different dimension of age. Along with the birth of the numerous heroes of the continent, I became a part of that novel. As a child of the Coast family, the family that oversaw the territory where the first village that Choi-Han visits is located. The problem is the Choi-Han become treat that that village and everyone in it are destroyed by assassins. The bigger problem is the fact that this stupid child who I become doesn't know about what happened in the violent and messed with Choi Han, only to get beaten to the punch. This is going to be a problem. I feel like something seriously has happened to me, but it was worth trying to make this my new life. When I opened my eyes, one, the man could feel someone gently tapping his body. The raw hand made the man think of the hands of an exiled parent. 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 It was that warm. Young master, it's morning. But the voice was very profound. The man felt chills throughout his body and his eyes subconsciously opened. Rather than the bird sunlight coming in through the window to warm the man's eyes. What he saw was an old man standing there with a satisfied expression. It's surprising to see you wake up after a single upturn. The master wished to dine with a young master since it has been a while. It looks it looks like it will be possible today. The man could see a mirror past the old man's shoulder. Inside the mirror was a red-haired man who seemed to be confused looking back at him. I guess that guy is me. Young Master Kelly? The man turned toward the source of the worried voice to find the old man, who looked like the servant, looking toward him. But that concerned man was not the problem. The man clearly heard it. Young Master Kelly. It was a familiar name. He slowly blurted out the name. Kelly Helitius? The old servant was looking at him like he was looking at his old grandson. Yes, that is your name, young master. I'm guessing you are still a bit drunk. Listening to the concerned response of the old man, the man naturally thought about a name that was even more important than the name Kelly Henitius. Breakers? Are you talking about my son? Chef. Yes, my son is a chef. Do you need him to make something for you hangover? The man felt his surroundings turn dark, and he started to feel dizzy. He lowered his hat and put it into his hand. Young master, are you still down? Drunk? Should I call the doctor or will you watch right now? The man looked at the red hair that was falling in front of his face. It was bright red color, much too different from his original black hair. Canitanius, break girls, dead, run! They were the characters that appear at the beginning of The Birth of the Hero, the novel the man was reading before he fell asleep last night. He jacked his head up and looked around. He could see the bedroom that was completely different from a typical Korean design. It makes the man think that every single thing in the room was extremely extravagant and luxurious. Young master, the man reported to Ron, the old man who was pretending to be concerned and worried. Cold water. Excuse me? He needs something to clear his mind. He could see the face of Kelly Hennitus in the mirror behind old man Ron. Still looks so normal. I guess Kelly hadn't been beaten to boo by the main character just yet. His handsome face caught his attention. The man had become Kelly Hennitus when he opened his eye. Kelly Hennitus, the child who beaten to the pulp by the main character in the beginning of The Birth of the Hero. That's who he was. Young master, I presume you will not be bathing in the cold water. Are you asking for drinking water? Kelly turned his gaze toward Ron. Ron may be pretending to be a begin old man, but he was actually hiding his true identity and a cruel and vicious individual. He made a request to Ron. Please get me some drinking water. He needed to drinking some water, some cold water, and clear his mind first. I will prepare it right away. Great, thanks. Ron flinched for the second and had an odd expression on his face, but Kelly did not notice this. Ron and to leave the bedroom as there was only warm water in the room. Once he was left alone, Kelly got off the bed and head to the bathroom. If he really was inside of the novel, he knew that there should be a large mirror inside. The expert, the full-body mirror, was inside the bathroom. Kelly Hennitus, who had a lot of interest in his appearance and physique, had this mirror set up in here. Nobody else in the household had such a mirror. The man in the mirror had red hair and very fit body. It wouldn't be wrong to say he had a body that would make any style look good. I really am Kelly. The man in the mirror indeed was Kelly Hennitus from the novel. The Birth of the Hero was very descriptive about as the character's appearance. That was why the man had no choice but to agree that he had indeed turned into Kelly Hennitus. Do people usually become calmer when they are surprised and shocked. Carly, no, Kim Rok-soo calmly told about the night before. It was a typical day off. It had been a while since he had read an actual book instead of his phone, so he went to the library to check out some books. He brought the entire series since he planned to read all day long. The name of that book was, of course, The Birth of the Hero. He managed to finish the fifth volume before he fell asleep. But when he woke up, he had turned into Carly Hannity, the individual that the main character mercilessly beat up in the novel volume 1. Will things go the way they did in the novel? He felt unnaturally calm once he got past the point of shock. He might have come back down. He started to remember the contents of volume 1, The Birth of the Hero. This novel was about the birth of the heroes in the Western and Eastern continents, as well as they cheers and growled. The main character was naturally Korean. He was a student who had been transported into the world when he was a freshman in the high school. Furthermore, his lifespan became as long as the dragon's lifespan, making him very much never age. Is it bad? He was going to be beaten into a pool by such a person. The important thing, however, was that he had not been beaten up just yet. Kelly took his eyes out of the mirror and waked into the tub that was full of the warm water. He leaned against the tub and looked up at the ceiling. It was an expensive marble. That's what described in the novel. The estate that Carly lived in was actually full of marble. Carly started to mumble as he looked toward the ceiling. It's not like there's much I will miss. He's like as a Kim Rok-soo. There really wasn't much to it. He was an orphan and didn't have much money. He also didn't have the person he loved to date, nor a friend he would give his life to save. He only continued to live because he could not die. Yes, he could not die. He completely had the thought of death or pain. He became an orphan after both of his parents passed away from the car accident when she was little. He didn't like pain or death, no matter what it was. When he was rolling in the pile of dog shit, it was still better than being dead. For the reason, I need to first make sure I don't get beaten up. Carly did not know what day it was in the novel right now, but he was sure that he had not met with the main character just yet. The reason was simple. I don't have the scar on my side. Carly Hannity, the child of Carl Hannity's family. A few days before meeting the main character, Carly was drinking and causing a a ruckus. He was flinging things around and got stopped on his side by a broken day's neck, resulting in the scar. What an interesting rat character. He didn't get the scar from fighting someone else. He got it because he got angry that his alcohol didn't taste good and threw a tantrum. He messed the main character up after he gets the scar, and after a short discussion, he gets beaten to the bone. Kelly crossed his arm and started to think. He did not know what happened to Kelly after getting beaten to the pulp in the volume 1. After he knew was that the main character, Choi-Han, has many faithful encounters and overcomes a lot of trials to grow into a hero along with his party members. Thus, the air for him to brawl that he is the hero will begin. The Ron kingdom that Kelly currently lives in, as well as many other locations in the Eastern and Western continent, with a field will be filled with war. It surely will turn into the time for the heroes to show their full potential. Kelly started to frown. Kim Rok-soo, the man who became Kelly, his life motto was very simple: living long without pain, enjoying the small joys of life, living a peaceful life. As long as I make the story present like novel while taking out the fact that I get beaten up, the main character will take care of the rest. For some unknown reason, he could recall every single line in the book without any issue. Kelly relaxed in the warm water while coming to the final conclusion with his now clear head. It was trying. It was trying to avoid the continent's war and living peacefully. This chance situation was much better than when he was Kim Rok-soo. The location of this estate was also in the corner of the western continent, making it an ideal location to avoid the war. In the novel itself, there was many nobles who managed to avoid the influence of war. Even if he could not completely avoid it, he should be able to at least reduce the damage to minimum. Young master, are you inside the bathroom? They could hear Ron's voice coming from outside. Kelly thought about Ron's true identity. Ron was an assassin who crossed over from the eastern continent by sea. He pretended to be a beginning old man, but the true Ron was a cruel and merciless man. Yes, I will be right out. His natural response was to talking informally to the old man. Carly realized that Carly realized that realized what he was doing to made up his mind about what to do in the future. He need to push that old man to the main character and send him away. The old man could easily kill Carly with a single blow, but treat Carly like a puppy you let alone because you feel bad for it. He was smiling gladly, but there was not once a cake for Kelly on the inside. In the novel, Ron lives with the main character and his son after Troy and beats Kelly to the pool. pool. Kelly put the pad rope on as he quickly exited the bathroom. Ron was standing there with a smile on his face and a tray with a cup in his hand. Young master, here you go. Carly picked up the cup and walked past the old man. He did not want to make eye contact with such a dangerous old man. Great, thanks. Ron's expression turned once again, but Carly had already walked past him. Carly took a drink of the cold water as he started to think. There are too many strong people here. In fact, there were too many of them. No matter where the main character went, they were either strong individuals or individuals with the hidden secrets. These individuals were both human and of the race. I at least need the strength to protect myself in order to live long without pain in the continent that will soon be filled with war. You need a decent level of strength. Of course, you could not to be strong. Then all the complicated things will happen. Carly thought about the different fateful encounters that occurred in the beginning parts of the novel. The powers that strengthen the main character and his party members. He was thinking about the ones that would help him live long without pain. There was a club that come to mind. He just need to pick up one of them. Young master, we will start to dress you now. All right, thanks. The door opened, then a club servant entered to have Ron dressed Carly. Carly did not notice that Ron had a stoic expression unlike his usual self. As he looked at the clothes the servant was bringing in. Something simple today. He had a really complicated simple clothes that let you relax comfortably were the best. Yes, young master. The servant in charge of the arteries quickly pulled down some simple clothes, and Carly changed into the simplest of them all. The likely frowned after finishing getting dressed. Even this simple attire was extremely extravagant and not to his liking. However, the reflection in the mirror was quite handsome. He really is handsome and makes any clothes look good. The face really was the final piece to fashion. He looked in the mirror and fixed his sleeve before turning around to look at Ron. Look at Ron. Ron was once again smiling like a glint, glintly old man. Ron, let's go. Yes, young master. Kelly walked behind Ron. It was nice that he did not need to know the layout of the estate. He just needed to follow Ron wherever he needed to go. All of the servants that Carly saw flinching bowed respectfully before they seemed to run away. Why are they so scared? Carly never hit people. He just liked to drink and play. Sometimes, when he was drunk, he did break things, but that was why he was the child of the family. He also did not treat people like people, other than the few people he liked. Well, it's better if nobody talked to me. Carly thought about it. Carly thought about it peacefully. It would be more difficult if he was in the body of the model citizen. A child can do as he pleased without worry. It was only possible because there was no desire to live as a model citizen. I will now open the door. Sure. Kenny nodded his head toward Ron. The book mentioned that Kelly cheated Ron, someone who raised him like he was his own grandson since he was little, as lightly as he treated his own father. It mentioned that he always responded to Ron and treated him like a person. Of course, Ron did not really think that way. That's why it was easy for Kelly to talk to Ron. He just needed to answer Ron's question and treat him like a human being. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. Thanks, Ron. Make sure you eat a good meal too. Kelly walked past Ron and into the dining room. He could see his family sitting there, his father and the current head of the Heath household, Derut. Next to him was Kelly's stepmother, the Countess, as well as her son and daughter. The four people looked toward Kelly. You are late again today. Kelly's gaze turned toward his father, who spoke. The birth of the hero described Kelly's feeling for his father like this. His father was the one person that Kelly listened to. The reason the child did not leave the air and got everything he wanted inside the cow's territory was because of his father, Cauterus Henitius. But unfortunately, Italy. Kelly's father was unlike the other strong fathers in the novel. He did not have any special skill or influence. He just had a lot of money. However, Kelly liked this a lot. It was a perfect family environment to live a simple life. Then there were the other three individuals. His stepmother, who knew that he did not like her and avoided him. The smart firstborn, who found it difficult to deal with his month older brother Kali, and the cute youngest of the family who avoided her older brother Kali. But it wasn't like Kali bothered them or they bothered Kali. They just cheated at all like strangers. Kali thought this was such a great environment to quickly live along. Take a seat. Yes, father. Kali looked at the fat on the table that did not meet his definition of breakfast and sat down on his seat. He then felt something was out and laid his head up. Is there something you need to say, father? No, I do not. Darius was staring at Kali. The rest of the family was doing the same. Kali made eye contact with us of Jay's family members. They quickly turned away whenever he made eye contact and continued to eat. I guess they find me really difficult to handle. Kali turned his head toward the table as well. This luxurious face that was different than the breakfast he used to eat just to fill his belly. His belly made him start to smile. He first started by cutting the sausage in half with the knee. It's so juicy. Juice. It is so juicy. He didn't know its juice followed down as soon as he cut into it because it was handmade or because it was cooked well. But the color in the sauce made him hungry. Kali started to smile without realizing it. Clang! He had something fall down and make eye contact with his younger brother Basin. He could see that Basin had dropped the fork in his hand. "My apologies." Basin calmly apologized like a personality described from him in novel. The servant exchanged the meal quickly come over to hand Basin a new fork and picked up the fork on the floor. Watching that made Kali think that it was nice to be a noble. Before he focused once again on the food in front of him. Kali had found the first good thing about coming into the novel. The breakfast was extremely luxurious and so tasty that his stomach was completely happy. The smile on his face could not disappear. Huh? Huh? That's why he did not hear his brother Basin's short proclamation.